Are we ready? Hey, Tammy here. Welcome here, Tammy with Business in a Box. Today we are going to go over Melissa Berg's account, her social media, and we're going to get on there. We're going to deep dive. And why would you be on this call and listen to this? Because we can all learn from each other. I do have an Instagram course, so which I'd love for you all to take. That is the base, but I want to explain something. That is the base. There's not a cookie cutter way to do things. There is not. We do need a base. We need information. We need that. It's kind of like the foundation of the house. We need the foundation, but yet every house looks different. But I bet you the way they build that foundation is very similar. So we need that foundation. And then from that, we need to assess different people's businesses all differently, and what's working, what's not. And so today we are going to deep dive into Melissa's account and her business and go, how can we get more people following her? Because we need people to follow you in order to grow. Okay. Now, I said this yesterday on the call, but I want to say this. I feel like I need to say this on every single call. I have a very, very big following. I'm at a place where I can run different businesses off of the same IG site and be successful at all of them. My following is massive. I've been in online business for 30 years. Okay, I have had 2 network marketing companies where I've been up to 6 figures. Okay, I'm on my 3rd now. So you have to understand that that's a different place than most people. You need to know that, because I don't want you to look at me and try to follow me if you're not at that place. I have a very high conversion rate for my amount of followers. For 20K followers, I have a very high making money rate. Okay, because I'm not about just going viral. I'm about actually having conversion with my social media and making money. Most people don't have that. So I like to teach people how to make money online. I am a single mom. I don't have a backup. So when you see people that are married to people that are making money, it's very hard sometimes to know, are you really making money with this or not? Because there's a lot of false promises on social media. I don't have anybody. I'm living in a $1 million home. I'm just going to be fully honest here. And I am providing for my children completely with online businesses. So I just want you to know that as credibility. This isn't a fake thing. I don't have income coming anywhere else. And so that's important, because we have to be really careful to get rid of the smoke and mirrors. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors out there. What's working and what's not. And so I want to teach you how to create a following on social media so you can sell your product, whatever it is, and that the following that is following you for your product. Because if people are following you because you did a viral video of some crazy thing out there that has nothing to do with your business, it's probably not going to bring you more business. If I have a bunch of guys following me, that's just a really easy example, that helps me nothing. That helps me nothing. I have a big follower list, and I don't work with men. I work with women. Right? So we really want to get real on that. You'd rather have a smaller following and have loyal people. You'd rather have 10 people that are buying your offer than have a viral video and have no one buying. So we really need to understand that, because if we're on Instagram and we're really following the hype, it's really hard to not get lost in those numbers. Numbers do matter. I'm not saying they don't matter, but we have to put them in perspective. We also need to look at how much time we're spending on social media compared to how much money we're making. We really need to think about that. And I have told people very bluntly to make smaller goals often. Nope. Because the more you're on these calls and the more I get to know you, and if you get the spotlight, I'm going to know you, and I'm going to tell you straight up, I am not a fluffy girl. I'm about bottom line. We want to make money. Okay. So let's dive in with that intro. Melissa, what's your business?
It is Super Patch. That is my main one.
Okay, awesome. Then let's talk about Super Patch. So on your So you have some big goals. I am going to go right now. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go on her Instagram. So we're going to do some of this together. Okay. Tell me if you can see my screen. All right. This is Melissa's page. Okay. So we're going to go over it. We're going to do a quick overview on it. And I want your feedback, you guys. This is where you guys are going to come in, because the first thing we want to do is we want to look at someone's page and go, is it actually saying what she wants it to say? Okay. So I want you to look at this and I want you to come up with 1 or 2 words that come to mind when you look at it. Patch it up with kids, kids not focusing, can't calm down, anxiety at school, see how Super Patch is helping with my kids calm down, and become joyful. This is her feed. Just take a quick look at it. Okay. Now, can anybody share top 1, 2 words that you think of when you look at this? What do you think her page is about? Can anyone share?
It does seem geared toward supporting kids. I get that feeling from the colors and the photos.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Anyone else? Christine, your camera's on, so I'm going to ask you if you wouldn't mind.
Okay, I was just gonna say, yeah, the focus and the anxiety, it looks like those are pretty big for this account here. It looks pretty clear.
Okay, awesome. I agree. This looks very clear. It is very obvious. There's children on here. Her words at the top are very clear. Patch it up with kids is very clear. I see children on here. I see even these colors and stuff. They're fun. They look like kids. This is really, really clear. Way to go, Melissa. Okay, so let's dive a little deeper. Let's click this. I made this, so I mean, if I critique it, it's pretty brutal. Yeah. It looks perfect. I'm just laughing at my little stuff. So anyway, where she has it now, she has it to she has a place to go. That's super important that we have a place to go, right? You can use Business in a Box to make your page like this and make it however you want. So what she has here is right away, 0 gradient patches, buy now. Buy now, right? We want there to be an option. Then she has pain points. She has a video of herself, which I love. She has a video of me, which is third-party validation. And then she has, a few more things. I really like, she also has an opt-in so people can opt in. That's really important, you guys, because you want to grow your email list, right? We always want to try to get people to grow your email list. She has a lot of information on here, which is great. There's different ways to do this, and I would tell everybody to do it differently. This is one way, right? We have to remember that there's so many different ways to do this. But that is what she has. Okay, so I like that. Now let's go back to her page. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on to one of her posts. Okay, so let's analyze this post. How I tackle chaos and anxiety every single day. That's a good headline, hey? I want to know that. She homeschools 5 kids. While running a home-based business can feel like juggling 100 things at once. Some days the chaos and anxiety try to take over, but I found a little peace in my day thanks to my peace patch from Super Patch. It's my secret weapon. It's easy to slap on. Okay, I like this post. I think it's pretty good. Try it for yourself. Click the link in my bio to learn more. Okay, so very good. She has a call to action. That's important, right? Where do people go? I talk about this a lot. If there's nowhere for them to go, don't even post. There needs to be a place to go. That is why setting up your lead magnet like she has, right? Check the link in my bio. Why do we say link in my bio? You cannot put a direct link on a post in Instagram. People do not want to have a link and then have to retype it in. We have to make things very, very easy for people. So go to the link in my bio to learn more and grab your own piece patch today, right? That's good. I like that it has points like this. She's used ChatGPT to do this. I'm thinking, Melissa, did you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay. And if any of you guys want a script for ChatGPT, ask me, send me a DM later and I'll send you a really easy script. I can tell it to you now quick, but like basically what I do is I do my write-up. I write up something. After I write it up, I put it in, and I'm a horrible writer. Like you could not get a worse writer, just to let you know. Like there is no writing ability here. And I wait, so that was a thorn in my side. But God made me alive at this time because he knew ChatGPT would be here. So he was like, don't worry, Tabby, you don't need it. So what I do is I write it up. Then I say, but one thing I'm very good at is emotion and being authentic. Because I'm very, very authentic and I've got a lot of emotion and heart. And that's actually what's going to make a sale. I'm going to tell you that. Doesn't matter how great a writer you are, if you are not authentic and your heart doesn't shine through, you will not make the sale. It's just true. I'm proof of that because I cannot write. And so what I do in there is I do my write-up and then I write, can you please rewrite this post with some caps using point form at a grade 5 reading level, easy to read at a glance. That's what I do with every single thing. That's how simple it is. And then something like this will come up. Oh, and then I say add keywords, and with keywords and using SEO. And like I said, if you want that written up, I can write that up and I can send it to you, whoever wants that. But then it rewrites it as this. And if we have any writers in here, I really want to encourage you to go to my Business in a Box and watch the call I did with Deb. Deb is a writer. She is a health practitioner and she has a lot of knowledge. So I want you to go and watch that. There's a lot of meaty information for people that are really good writers and have a lot of value to offer. Because if you're that, oh my gosh, there's so many places we can go. She's writing a blog. Anyway, okay. So this looks pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with this. So what I want to do though is there's a lot she's doing right. A lot she's doing right. But I'm gonna challenge you to do something a little bit different here to get your views up. Number 1, you're not posting often enough. Black Friday is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 posts away, and Black Friday happened almost 3 months ago. So that's a huge issue. You're not gonna up your views with this amount of posting. Okay. Number 2, let's check your stories. Okay. It's awesome. She shared her post with her stories. That's really important. Whenever you do a post, you need to share it with your stories. That's very, very important. Okay, that's in our training, actually, in the Instagram course that I have. But that's really important what you did, because you want people to watch it, right? It's also a great idea when you do share it to put something over it, like an emoji or something, so they can't see it, because it encourages them to actually click on it and watch it, which will up your views. Okay. Now, I want you, Melissa, keep posting stuff like this with the kids' faces and stuff. I think that's great. But I would like you to, okay, let's just clean it up a little bit. Don't put these little things on here. Helps me. Like, I know you're just taking a picture, but take it before you add the captions. I like that it's a picture from your actual reel. I do like that, but this I wouldn't add. Now, having said that, Instagram isn't as picky as it used to be with prettiness. So I don't want us to get caught up on that. But since we're nitpicking, let's nitpick, right? Let's make it, let's really nitpick, right? That's a nitpicky thing. But I like the faces, like I do. What I might do is I might put on some of these like big word: testimony, anxiety, testimony, ADHD, testimony, focus. That might be something you do, because it might, when someone looks at it from a glance, They might click on it. And you guys, you know that we can change the covers at any time, right? So she could go on here and change all these covers. You can do that after you've posted, which is a really nice feature on Instagram. So you can really clean up your page and make it look a lot more professional. But I think you should do that. And it doesn't mean even on everyone. Like this one, I don't know if I would. This was a good picture. Hey, she took it from me and I took it from someone else, and we both edited it, and we cropped it to make it a little bit more like ours, which I love. But I really like this. I liked her nails. I like the color. It just, I don't know, it's eye-catching to me. Another thing I want you to do, now this is the thing that I want you to do. I want you to, instead, like I get you, this is a hook. Do you deal with chaos because you're trying to get someone in there? But I want you to up your posts to add value. So I still want you to have these in here, but I want you to do B-roll of someone. I want you to maybe be sitting down with your kids doing schoolwork, or maybe it's just all of you sitting on the couch laughing and it's panning. Maybe that. Maybe that. I'm not sure, but I want you to pick one thing. It could be that your kids, get your husband to do it one day. Just get him to hold the camera up, do it of you guys all just kind of laughing together, all standing somehow all together, so that it fits on the screen like this. That's the thing. Like, you might not all fit like this. She's got 5 kids. So maybe like this, but I want it to show that you have 5 kids, and I want it to be you guys maybe just laughing and talking. Okay, like this. Do you see how I'm doing this? That's going to be your B-roll for every single post in between these that are like this. So maybe every other, or maybe, no, actually maybe 3 to 1, 3 to 1, 3 with the B-roll. But then what I want your B-roll to look like, I don't know how I can find, I don't know if I'll find somebody, but I'm going to show you guys my idea for her. Oh, that's me. I want you to do a post. There's B-roll and then there's white with words in it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I want it to cover almost the entire picture. It's hard because I don't know if I'm going to find another post like that. But do you know what I'm saying? Does anyone have any questions about what that means? It's basically, I could go to Canva and do it quick. Let me go to Canva and quickly make one like this so you guys can see it. I think that'll be a good idea, because I don't want there to be any confusion, because this is something that a lot of you can do. Log in. Oh my goodness. Of course, when you're on a call, then this happens, right? And nothing, that's okay. I'm just like, patience. Okay. So we're gonna get on my Canva and I'm gonna make a post really, really quick. And you could do this on Instagram or you can do it on Canva, whatever you prefer. Okay, I'm just gonna pull this up. This is my kind of feed where I work on posts. When I want to make it a little prettier, I have one of these open. Make sure you're always doing a long post like this when you're posting on the front so that it looks pretty. You don't want to be using the square posts. It's really important. Just because otherwise it looks not professional. And if any of you guys want a personalized audit and for me to look at your business and your Instagram and go over it and create a plan for you, I do that. I mean, it costs $200, but I get on here and I would totally do that for you, where I'm getting on here, I'm looking at your feed, I'm analyzing your business, and just giving you advice for however long. It's an hour, but whatever I can give you in that time. And I'm pretty quick. Okay, so let's see here. What's this one? Okay, let's pick this. So do you see here how it's just really words, right? That's all it is. Oh my goodness, I'm just having problems here. Let's just press play. See how it's a reel, it's a play, but it's words. But what I would do is in the background, instead of that, I would put the B-roll that I just told Melissa to do. And you don't have to do that B-roll. I want her to put that B-roll in. Let me pick, I'm gonna go pick some B-roll. I'm gonna do it for you guys. I'm gonna go to videos. I have pictures of Melissa's kids in here. There's me and Melissa. Okay, let's put one of me and Melissa in the back here just for funniness. Okay. All right, guys. Melissa is going to do. Okay, so there's Melissa and I. We're in the background. But what I would do then is I would put an element in here. I'd pick white or black, whatever you choose for your page, but I would be consistent. And I would put that in here underneath it, right? Like this. I don't want brown. I want black. And then I would go to the, I'd fade it out a bit. Transparency, right? So because we want them to still, so what we're doing here is we are always using the same background, Melissa, right? So they're seeing that, and that's why I want you guys laughing or jumping. Maybe you're all jumping even, like whatever it is, like, but just get your kids, you know, or maybe they all run to hug you. That's a good idea. Like something like that is in that background of every single picture. What are we doing with that picture? We're creating a feeling, that video, right? A feeling of love. She's got 5 children. She's the mother. Like we want to create that, the feeling, right? That's why B-roll is so beautiful in the background. And people are ADHD, so they can watch something while they're doing it. And I just want you to know our long-term goal is to possibly change the B-roll every time, but we might not do that. We might just stick, because we were trying to think for Melissa, how do we not overwhelm? So now she just does one B-roll. That's not overwhelming, is it? Then every single time you're going to put different words on here with what it is. Now I would, I want to encourage you to put super patch always at the bottom, or if you have a logo, always put that at the bottom so they're remembering it. You might, right? Super patch. And if you have, do you have, what did she say here? She said, patch it up with kids. What is it called?
Yeah, that is my Instagram name, Patch It Up with Kids.
So yeah, I would put patch it up with kids. Put that at the bottom of every single post, so people are seeing it and hearing it. Patching it up with kids, patch it up with kids, patch it up with kids. That's kind of your slogan, right? So you just want to keep saying that. And then now what we could do here is this. Instead of, do you deal with anxiety or da, 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 I don't want you to do that. I want you to share an anxiety tip. So how do we find that? How do we find anxiety, ADHD tips? I want you to follow people that maybe don't follow them, but have them written down, because you don't necessarily want them on your, people to know you're following them. That's important. People that you're kind of getting stuff from, you don't necessarily want other people to know you're following them. So then I would grab anxiety tips, tips for kids, and I would place them on there. Right? So let's just do this. Hold on here. This looks good. Blowing bubbles can help ease anxiety, as it helps children to slow down and focus their breathing. Not my favorite tip, but okay, let's. This is so funny because Melissa, what I want to do, and I just wrote this down yesterday, and so maybe I'll do it with you, is create a little toolbox for people to buy with patches for anxiety for kids. as a little gift, because I'm a homeschooler. Like I homeschooled for 16 or a little more than that, 18 years. And so I love coming up with little ideas, little business ideas, and ways to do this. But I thought that would be a really neat way. Now I just thought of another business idea, is to offer to go into homeschool groups. This could be one of your things, and go, I want to do a little session on anxiety, and then offer to that they could buy these toolkits, or that you could make them together. Oh my gosh. Let's do that together. I'll do that with you. So guys, this is why having someone, like, I'm very good at ideas and coming up with specific ideas for different people. Like, I got too many ideas. Okay. So anyway, that's genius. Okay. If I do say so myself. Okay, let's look at, but I like that for that idea. Okay. So, but I don't like it for ideas for her posts. So they don't have that great ideas. They didn't go too far. So let's look up another one. Maybe this one will. Okay. Okay. So I don't like this page. I don't like it, but I think we're going to get a lot of ideas from this, right? Let's see what it is. Nope, we are definitely not. Okay. Nope. Not a good one. Let's look again. Maybe we'll try this one. Holy, this is hard to find. Okay, so what I'm going to tell you, if I went on my feed, I might find some, because I have anxiety healer. Oh, maybe she's the girl. Here we go. This is a good one. Health anxiety, 6 holistic strategies for recovery. No, I don't like these. These aren't good. This is too, see, what I would have done, I'm going to tell you what I would have done for this. I would have made this into a slideshow, and I would have done the tips on the slideshow, and I would have made them way smaller. You could add this in here if you wanted to add more meat in the caption, but how she could have made this better was like this, and then do a slideshow with the tips. So we're not finding a lot. This is maybe a good one. 5 gentle intentions for the new year. So I'm just showing you kind of how, like, this is the research part that I'm doing right on here. This takes a bit, but I want you guys to see it. I want you to see me walking through it so you understand the amount of work that it takes. Another way for us, we're not finding a lot right now. I'm going to just stop sharing and make this big. But what you could do is you could chat GTP it, right? So we want to look up, I can't do it on my computer, and my partner couldn't make it, I guess, to this call. So I'm sorry. She was supposed to do this, but I'm going to just do it here. Chat GTP. So all I'm doing is I'm looking up Chat GTP. I'm going to write in here a quote or a tip or anxiety solutions for kids. That's what I wrote in Chat GTP. That's exactly what I wrote. When you feel anxious, take slow, deep breaths, count to 5. You're in control. You can always pause and take a moment to calm down. That's what it says. Now, that's great, but I don't like that for a post. So now I'm going to say rewrite this with a few caps, because if you just do caps, it will do everything. And point, form, and grade 5 reading level with SEO and keywords and easy to read at a glance. Boom. Now I got it to rewrite it. Oh, and it's much better. It's okay to feel worried sometimes. When anxiety hits, try this. Take Slow, deep breaths, count to 5. You're in control, right? And it has caps and it has little things to make it easier, right? So that's how we can do that as well. And then that can be your post. You can put that on there. So the tips are on there. And then what you're gonna do is you're going to slowly start noticing on Instagram, you're gonna start noticing other feeds that are doing the same as you. So you're going to write down any feeds. You know how I just did some searching there? We didn't find a lot of good ones, but that's okay. That was one time searching for 5 minutes, right? Search a little bit every day. You're going to find people that you're like, and you're going to be able to take things from other people. Now, here's the thing. We never want to copy exactly from someone else. So you want to have a bunch of, I would say between 5 and 10 people that are kind of talking about the same issues. Obviously, they're not going to have the twist of Super Patch. You're going to twist everything toward your sale. So at the end, you're always going to add something in. So you could even say on this, add in a call to action to buy the piece patch with Super Patch, right? So now I changed it. I'm going to tell you what it says to me. Need extra support? Try the piece patch with Super Patch. Take control of your anxiety today, right? So then now we've pushed toward her product, because we don't want to just do a blind post without pushing it somewhere. People need somewhere to go. You need to tell them where to go. Otherwise, they're not going to go there. And you need to tell them again and again and again in different ways. Okay, Melissa, how do you feel about this assessment and some of these ideas and tips?
Yeah, I like it. I think it's because right now, I think a lot of my posts are just mainly pushing towards product, and I'm not adding a lot of value in it. I think this is giving me that avenue to actually add value so that I do get the more followers and stuff too, because it's not just pushing towards product then. The only question that I had then is when you're adding like those, like all that wording on your reel, do you then really add any wording in the write-up, or do you just
You don't
kind of
have to. You do not have to, because
Yeah.
people are like, I would do it like this. If I have a lot of wording on my actual reel, I wouldn't do as much in the actual post, and then vice versa. So you're going to have some posts with more reading material, some with more talking.
that makes sense?
Yeah. And then, okay, so I want to also explain something that's really important. What we just did here, we're going to change your entire, what can I think of what it's called? But where you go when you click the link tree, we're going to change that completely for you because of what we went over here today. And I want to explain to you guys why and how that makes a difference. She is going to, on her link tree now, she'll have the buy now. She'll also have, me and her are going to develop this now, is we're going to develop our lead magnet is going to be that little toolkit. Get a toolkit for your kid, an anxiety toolkit for your kid. And we're going to put together something super fun for that. She's also going to have on there, book with me. We'll come and we can do that together because we live in the same area, but we can go and do little anxiety presentations for homeschoolers. I think that's going to be amazing. That's something, or even in schools, who knows, right? That could go anywhere, but we could do a little presentation. We could do a little workshop where you put together the toolkit yourself. We explain everything with the kids, stuff like that. And I know Melissa's all over that. That's why I'm like, this is going to be so perfect for her. So that we need on there. We also need another lead magnet because she's dealing with anxiety. I think it'd be really great to do a cheat sheet. Just a quick cheat sheet for anxiety tips for kids. Okay, so that now, do you see that her call to actions have completely changed from what we're doing here? Now, I made that link tree for her. That's a great link tree. But now, do you see how much better it is? It's so much better because it's not just randomly learning about the patch. It's way more focused. It's way more niche. We're going straight for anxiety and kids. and she's going to make and it's fun because I know Melissa will have fun with this because she's a homeschooler. So those are fun things to do with your kids. Like, let's make up the kits. Let's do this together. Let's figure out how we're going to do this. Now it gives her a whole bunch of things that she could even talk about. She could even have her kids on a reel making the kit. You know, like there's so many areas now that we have to be creative in coming up with creative reels, and it's going to be very fun to watch. And then, oh, I'm pumped about this. This was so fun. Okay, does anyone have any questions? This is a solid business plan. This is solid social media business plan for her to gain more followers, do something something fun, something that works alongside with her lifestyle. We've got lots of different avenues. See how we have lots of different avenues, but they're all the same? That's what I try to tell people. Like, we want to, in any business, whatever you're doing, you don't want to just have one path. But the problem is when people go, I need to diversify, so I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this and nothing lines together. It has to all, notice how this is all, it's all to the same place, but it's different ways to get there. That's very, very important. And it's a huge thing that people are missing because a confused buyer never buys. This is always about anxiety kids, anxiety kids, anxiety kids. It's all reaching to the same place. It's very well thought out. Okay, any questions about that? Any ideas, tips? What do you guys have to add? I'm gonna turn.
I'm excited.
Okay, I'm excited too. Okay, wait, I'm gonna. I'm so excited. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna turn the recording off. Remember, if you want a session where I go through this with you, that is definitely available. DM me for deets. Okay, and I'm gonna stop.